Wits University is hosting its annual Gas Symposium, drawing energy experts, industry leaders and government officials to discuss the role of gas in South Africa's energy transition. The gathering focuses on critical issues like energy security, economic growth and sustainability. This as the country looks to diversify its energy mix with cleaner and more reliable options. For more now on this, we cross live to SABC News economics editor Tsepo Mongwai, who's in Parktown, Gauteng this afternoon. Good afternoon. Can you tell us what some of the bigger issues being discussed today might be?
Well, I think the real issue here is, Juliet, thank you very much, and good afternoon, is around uncertainty, uncertain future that many small businesses and households are facing with regard to security of supply when it comes to natural gas. There's been some assurance, but that assurance is not quite certain if indeed it will materialize. Remember, we already indicated that the main supplier, which supply almost 80% of the country's natural gas, Sasol, had indicated that they will stop their supply to industrial users. So there is a lot of uncertainties. There are a lot of options that are being explored at the moment. But for more, we are now joined by Igoli Gas, Irva Fabris. She joins us from Igoli Gas, our neighbors.
Yes.
You have over 8,000 customers, households and small businesses. What has been the reaction to this uncertainty regarding the security of supply when it comes to natural gas? Remember, we're talking natural gas, not LP gas.
That's exactly right. So, I mean, you'll know natural gas by the fact that it comes out of a pipe in your street. And so the reaction of our customers has been, there's a number of reactions in the sense of there are people looking for other sources of energy. And now most of these sources of energy are not as clean as natural gas. For instance, paraffin or LPG, they're not as low carbon as natural gas. And then obviously the uncertainty is also creating in industry a barrier towards expansion. Industries are holding off on projects until we can confirm for them. But I think recently, and this is something we'll be posting online fairly soon, is we have at least further assurance that takes us to the mid-2030. So the timeline is now moving quite a bit further away, and that is that Sasol is making its best effort to supply synthetic gas as a replacement for natural gas from mid-2028, which was the original cutoff date. And that additional 2 years will provide us enough time to get to the point where LNG, which is liquefied natural gas, is able to be delivered and transported via pipeline to the various customers, the various suppliers such as ourselves.
So are you saying that you will not be affected by the gas cliff by June 2026? Would you be able to secure the product?
Absolutely. So June 2026 was something we were talking about sort of late 2023. And then with discussions with our supplier, they've managed to extend that absolutely definitely until 2027. And later on, we then got confirmation that 2028 was attainable, although it may cost more. So we obviously do have some pricing discussions to have with our customers. And now SAS has confirmed that they're working on a project where they can take the gas that they currently supply to the Witbank Middelburg area and the KZN area. They're going to supply that to Gauteng as well. And so that'll be a buffer, so that in case LNG supplies, liquefied natural gas supplies, and the ports that need to be built are not ready on time, it gives us another 2 years. So we're saying that we're okay until June of 2030.
How big is this market, especially for domestic and small businesses?
So look, I mean, for us, it's more of a numbers game than how much people use, you know? So as Igoli Gas, we have over 6,000 domestic customers. These are very, very important to us. They're the base of our license. They're the base of what we do. They're also a huge amount of people. And for us reputationally, those are the guys we really want to impress. So from a supply perspective, just to give you a little bit of sort of how it looks into South Africa, and as was mentioned in the symposium, we're looking at 180 petajoules of gas that comes into the country on a yearly basis. Sasol uses about 110 petajoules themselves between the Sasolburg and Secunda plant. So Egoli Gas itself is supplying just under 10 petajoules to its market, being domestic customers, restaurants, and smaller industrials.
All right, thank you very much and all the best. That's Irva Fabris. She's with Egoli Gas, about some of the steps that they are taking to ensure that they shield their customers against the gas cliff that is looming. With that, is back to you in studio.
Well, thanks very much. Sepo Mongwai, SABC News Economics Editor at the annual Gas Symposium hosted by Wits University.